talk about the treaty. Hold the camera.
The treaty was designed. The treaty, everybody that is of Moorish descent is under that treaty, and you are Moorish descent, you're not to pay no taxes.
Hold up now. Tell us what Moorish descent means.
Well, when you talk about Moors, you talking about people that were descended from North Africa, from Morocco. You know, Moorish or Moroccans, which is we are descendants of Moroccans born in America. So under the treaty, when that treaty was signed in 1836, that means that we was not to pay any taxes.
So who signed the treaty?
That treaty was signed by Benjamin Bannock. It was signed by, let me see what his name, Thomas Jefferson, and some other people. They know that treaty is in effect. That treaty is still in effect between the United States and Morocco right today, and we are not to pay no taxes. We're being taxed. We're living in a government paying taxes for these people.
So where can you find a copy of that treaty, and what
you can
is
go.
it called?
It's called a Moroccan treaty. It's called a Treaty of Peace and Friendship between the United States and Morocco. You can get it off the web. You can pull it right down. You know, because under that treaty, we're not to pay no taxes. We're being taxed and paying taxes for somebody else.
And I know in the Constitution, the Native Americans are not supposed to pay taxes either. So that's why they put all them on the reservation.
Yep.
And tie them down.
Well, you get a copy of that treaty and look at it. It says in there we're not to pay no taxes. We ain't supposed to pay no taxes.
I heard about the Native Americans.
Well, I'm just telling you, make you abreast that we are not to pay no taxes. We live in a government. These people, you paying taxes for them because you want to.
But as you want to get money out of your Social Security, you don't pay any taxes. How you going to draw your Social Security?
Look, WB, you are not to pay taxes, man. Me and my daughter was talking about, most of the people at work, it's a form that the IRS got. I want to bring you up to date. It's called the 1100 form. If you file this 1100 form, you will not have to pay taxes. People are paying taxes because they want to, because they don't know no better.
Well, let me ask you this. How would you address the issue of drawing your SSI benefit?
That has nothing to do with your SSI benefit. If if you are of Moorish descent, why would you pay taxes to a government that we once ruled? Because we rule this government. I mean, why would you pay taxes to them? That don't make too much sense to me.
Well, I'm telling you, one of the reasons the money you pay in Social Security is your money. There's even a question about by the year 2020, will the Social Security collapse?
Well, I'm going to tell you what I'm getting ready to do the same thing. And next year this time, I file my 1100 form and I come under the treaty and I won't pay no taxes. You got Chinese, because let me go a little bit further with it, because the Moroccan treaty is a tax treaty. If you got any treaty that is a tax treaty, you don't pay no taxes. You got Chinese over here, Pakistanis that got treaties with the United States and they're not paying no taxes. Let me finish. You got some brothers over there where I live at that is Arabs, and they got New York fried chicken. If they got a treaty with the United States, they're not paying no taxes. I don't know what you're talking about.
But they are paying taxes with New York chicken because they hit them hard on Brooklyn Park Boulevard, and they are paying them even if they are illegal. But that was one of the first things that they said when they opened up over there, was that they were selling drugs and all this and that. Them boys were just as hard.
I don't know. I'm just going to say all the countries I know that got treaties, they don't pay no taxes. That has a tax treaty. If you got a tax treaty, you're not to pay taxes.
Thank you.
Easy to understand. You'll explore the marketplace at your own pace.
The question now is, when you reach 65, if you didn't pay any tax, how would you derive the benefits?
I'm going to let you hear when they finish talking.
I think you're missing the point. I'm not talking about when you get 65. I'm talking about right now, if you file the usury form, you won't have to pay no taxes. I'm not talking about those 65. If I was to file my usury form right now, that would make me tax exempt. That's what I'm talking about.
Now, if you're tax exempt, how would you draw your benefits?
That has nothing to do with it.
Now, I'm going to ask you this about the usury form. Now, my mother died, but I had to pay the house off. 22 years of house notes. Now, my mother was a Native American. I'm part Native American, but they coming in there trying to illegally take my house behind taxes because I have dropped a bomb on them and put all their business in there. Now, the total amount we paid off on that house in 30 years was $14,500. That's all the house was worth then. 30 years ago. I just finished paying it off a few years ago. Now the state and the city is trying to tell me that I owe $14,500 in back taxes. No, I don't. That was the price of the home. The area has declined 500%. So how would that affect somebody?
That do affect you because number one, under the treaty, it don't make no difference if you just like for example, this is when the Cherokee Nation was here. The people that was of Cherokee, that was Cherokees, they was not to pay. They was not to pay no taxes. You know, and you can challenge that right now because they was not to charge you any taxes. They were wrong. Okay, they're not allowed to do that. You know, so you got a hell of a legitimate case if you press the issue, because it was not to charge you any taxes. Because my daughter's grandfather, brother named Leeward West Bay, his grandfather then was Cherokees. And so when they first came here, it was a lot of Cherokees back then was not giving the government then tax them. They paid no taxes on this land. And the reason why you don't pay no taxes on this land, because we was the first people on this land. What would you look like? What would you look like paying in taxes to a government that you was the first people, you was the Aboriginal people here? Come on, man.
That's why the Native Americans right today don't pay taxes to the government. They go and give them deer, fish, and things like that. But see,
I'm just throwing the knowledge out, share it. You can take it, or you don't have to.
Or go research it.
You go and research.
Challenge you. That's right. Research it.
Most importantly,
so that's powerful. Tell us about the Moroccans. You were talking about the Chinese with the drugs, the cocaine.
First of all, they had the opium wars during when China. They did the same thing to the Chinese. You know,
What you mean the same thing now?
They got them all addicted on heroin.
Okay.
So China got smart. What China did, they all got addicted. Then the Chinese got off of heroin. And when they got off of heroin, that's why they are powerful like this. Right after, when they dropped the bomb on Pearl Harbor, and the Chinese or the Japanese, most of the people that was over here was of Japanese descent. They locked up and put them in concentration camps. Mm-hmm. But right today, they still owe them people reparations for what they done to them. Mm-hmm. They still owe them reparations.
Yes. We can hear you. Use your indoor voice.
They still owe these people reparations for what they done to them. So now the United States is dependent solely on who? On China. You know? And I was reading an article from the Final Call. They was talking about in 2016, China will be the leading economic power.
And they scared.
Yeah, they scared.
They real scared.
So they got smart. They got off, and they came. Look how they coming back.